Today we're talking about how to learn your market. Welcome to Sean Tiberio TV, getting you quicker, faster, and more profitable results in your real estate transactions. On this channel, we focus on building and scaling your real estate investing business. If you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, go ahead and hit the button below and subscribe to this channel. Now also be sure to turn on the bell so you get notified each and every week when I upload a new video here to the channel. Today, we're talking about how to learn your market. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so why would we even want to learn our market to begin with? Well, it starts with to better understand who our competition is. You see, when we know who else is doing business in our local area, it gives us some data that we're going to be able to extract and utilize to help us do our business. At the same time, by doing this, it gives us a clue as to where the business is actually happening at, and more importantly, where we should be doing business to keep ourselves safe. Now, how are we going to actually gather this information that we need to better understand what's going on in our marketplace? Well, we're going to actually start with looking at that competition. We actually want to research them, spend some time looking at what type of properties they're purchasing or investing in, what type of strategies are they using? Are they flipping them by renovating and putting them back to the market, or are they using them as more of a long-term rental property? By understanding what our competition's doing, it gives us an idea of what's really happening in the marketplace. It'd be no different than if we were about to launch a new fast food restaurant. We'd want to look at all the other fast food joints in the area, and we wouldn't want to shy away from what it is that they're doing, because if they're successful, that means the people in that marketplace actually want it. This is how McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and all the other fast food burger joints are able to coincide in the exact same market. Now, they do things a little bit differently that separates them from each other, but they all understand each other as a competition and what it is that they're really doing. So we're going to do the same in our real estate business. Better understand who's there, what they're doing, what are they buying, where are they buying it at. Gather this type of information in because it's so easily accessible simply by understanding who's there, getting out, talking with them, looking up some basic information, and more importantly, building a relationship with them, which is going to play into your business and really help you down the road. Now, also, we want to spend time using other sites like Zillow, or even the MLS if we have access to it. There's a lot of information that we can pull from that, like what type of properties are selling, what's their prices, square footage, bed bath counts, a whole lot of information that can come out of the MLS if we just sat down and spent the time studying it. And we can get the exact same thing out of Zillow, and I'm going to show you here real quick how we can use, or what information we actually want to extract. Okay, so we're in Zillow now, and as you guys can see, when we're starting to look at everything from a big bird's eye view like this, there's a lot of different dots, and I can toggle in and out, but with all these different dots, it's very clustered and very confusing, and even when I zoom it out. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change and get rid of some of these other types of listings. So we're going to get rid of the for rents, we're going to maybe get rid of the potential listings, and basically tell Zillow I only want to look at for sales. Now, Los Angeles, it's a pretty big area, so let's go ahead and change and get a little bit more precise into a particular area. Now, I leave it as Los Angeles so that it'll draw my lines around so I can see what is considered the Los Angeles area. And as you say, again, it's too clustered. So there's some other features inside of Zillow that can help us kind of hone in a little bit more closely. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in until I find my location. And this particular area is an area I like to look for properties in. And I've got my little draw feature up here. Okay, now with this draw feature, when I click on the draw feature, it's going to give me the ability to draw a line or a circle or a square, whatever I want to draw through the map. So I'm just going to draw my way around in this particular section of the valley, what's known as the San Fernando Valley out here in Los Angeles. This is one particular area, and I like to look at some homes in here. So I'm going to kind of use this as an example to study and see what's going on. And you see, as soon as you hit apply on that, it kind of discards everything that's going on outside of the section that I'm looking at. Now, I still have quite a bit of dots, but I'm able to see some of these dead pockets. Now, the dead pockets are able to tell me that something's probably going on as to why no homes are going for sale in those areas. But if we look at the different clusters, they're definitely around the major routes or kind of in a more centralized location. So I can zoom in and kind of play with this a little bit more to get a better understanding of the identical streets or the actual streets that maybe certain things aren't going on. And I'd be able to see, is it maybe from an industrial thing? Is there too many parks, churches? What is going on in some of those areas that maybe is restricting the home sales? But as you can see, I've got about 809 results showing right now inside of this. And I can use the box over here to sort by whether I want to go high-low or low-high. And when I click on that, it's just going to change everything so that I can see and I can tell like foreclosures and auctions and a lot of different information still being pulled in here. So if we take this and go to the high-low, we can see that the most expensive property in this box is at $12 million. And it's easy to see that's definitely a commercial, a multi-family building. It's an apartment that's for sale. So I'm going to go up here and go into the home type, and I'm going to tell Zillow that, hey, I just want to focus on homes. So I'm going to get rid of apartments and condos and townhomes. And maybe I leave manufactured. I get rid of the lots and the land, or maybe I just go ahead and say, you know what, I just only want homes. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it as just houses, which is just the single family homes and that are for sale in this box that I've got marked. And I don't worry about the price, the bed, bath, or any of that stuff because that's what I'm using this to figure out. Now I can see that the most expensive home in the area is $2.4 million, almost $2.5 million at 5 bed, 6 bath, and a lot of other information. I can click on these, I can open them up, I can look at the pictures and see what is a, say, $1.6 million house selling for, just like I can see where it's at over here on the map. Now, I can also go up here and change it back to low to high and get a feel for what's the lowest priced home in the local area here in this box that I have. And I can see I got some for right at the about $470,000 to $499,000, and those are 4 beds or 3 beds, both of them 2 baths. And I can see where they're located at in there as well as I could before, right? Because I could just click on them and get an idea of where that dot will turn green when I click on the house. Now I could do this in multiple different areas all the way around, but right now it's only honing in on the homes inside of this box here. Now one other thing I can do is use it to check like the difference between Santa Monica and Beverly Hills, so to say, and I can do this in multiple different areas around the town. Now I can also, like I said, click on this, and what I want to do here is take a look at the condition of the home. As we see here, this home that's almost $489,000 is definitely not renovated. This is still an outdated home that definitely is going to have some work. So chances are this is the style of home that I can expect to find in this marketplace that's going to need some level of renovations, which would make it a good investment, and I can get a feel for what some of these homes are currently on the market for. Now, that doesn't mean that that's their actual price. It just means that that is what they're being sold for. Now, the third big easy space to gather information is just getting out to networking events, going out to your local real estate investor associations or local business meetups and talk to those that are already investing in real estate or are involved in the real estate space. People like closing attorneys or title companies, other real estate agents who are representing buyers and sellers in the marketplace. Get some information from them and just have a normal conversation and find out where they think properties are desirable and what are the areas that maybe aren't so keen or buyers don't really want to be in those areas, so that we can get a better understanding of where to go and where to stay out of. Now, once we have all this information, we need to actually make a decision based on the information that we had. And it's a very easy process. You see, all we gotta do is simply take a map of our area and just draw a big old circle right around it. Divide that thing into a couple different quadrants. Typically, I like to do this if I'm in a city and I've got other suburbs around it. Each suburb's gonna become its own quadrant and the city's gonna be its own as well. Now, we're gonna take the information that we had and we're gonna rate each one of those areas. Personally, I like to take a green marker and make a star over the areas that are really good, that have a lot of strong data, a lot of homes that have been bought, sold. Maybe I see a lot of renovations happening in that area. I want to put a green star there. If I know that this area over here, maybe this suburb, is not a place that people want to live based on my research, based on what it is that I've gathered in, I'm going to maybe put a red X on that so that I know that that's not a good area. What this allows me to do is when a lead comes into the business, if I'm unsure, I simply just look up where it's at and then I reference my map. And if it falls into one of those areas that has a green star, well, then I know it's a worthwhile lead to pursue. And we'll get into that in some other videos on how to know which leads spend more time and which leads we don't spend time. But right out of the gate, it's simple to see if it lands in a green star, I know I'm gonna move forward and start to dissect. If it lands in one of my quadrants that has a red X on it, I'm gonna get rid of it completely because it's not worth it. The data is telling me that nobody is buying in that area. Now, we don't wanna just sit down and do this one time, meaning don't just study your market today and then trust that information for life. This is something you wanna continually be doing. I encourage you to do this maybe every single year or at least twice a year at a minimum so that you are staying in front of the curves and the trends. If you really wanna get down and serious about this, study this pretty much every single quarter. Before you start the next quarter, spend some time. Double check to see if anything's changed so that you know maybe one of those red areas is suddenly becoming a little bit more popular or there's pockets of it that people are starting to accept a little bit. You want to know that ahead of time so that you're one of the first ones in on that curve. And we do this by repeatedly studying our market. Now, another way that we can make a decision based on the data that we've got is not just trust what it is that we find on our computer or based on the information that we have, actually get in our car and drive out to those areas. Go drive some of those neighborhoods, take some pictures in there, get a feel for how everything is operating. What's the neighborhood look like? What are some of the standards there? And this way we can better understand if I was gonna purchase a property here, because all the data is telling me that this is a good space for it, what will I probably need to do to the home, or what kind of condition does the home need to be in? And I'm already starting to get a leg up on a lot of other people who don't spend this time. So if you're just getting started, or even if you've been doing this business for a little while, go drive some of those areas, get a better feel for your neighborhoods, and it'll allow you to make quicker, faster, and even more profitable decisions as you progress. Thanks for watching this video today. If you found this information valuable, go ahead and throw a comment down in the comment box and let me know what it is that you took away from this. If there's some additional advice or additional training that you'd like to hear about this particular topic, throw that down in the comment box as well so that I know what other videos you'd like me to make for you. As always, you can always reach out to me on social media at Sean Tiberio. Again, that was at Sean Tiberio on Facebook and on Instagram, my two most popular channels. I'm constantly putting up tips, tricks, strategies, and doing additional content to help you elevate your business and get quicker, faster, and more profitable results each and every day. If you're looking to get a little bit more serious, you'd like a little bit more personalized one-on-one help, reach out to me and let's get on a call and talk about your goals and where it is that you're trying to take your business going, and see how my top results coaching program would be a good fit for you. Until next time, keep striving.